Hello, and welcome to Nosy Bystanders Live. I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. If you're wondering, no, my internet is not fixed. So, before we get into today's story, because you know it's going to be a hot ghetto mess, and it's a lot because we got a lot to go over, okay? But before we do that, first, we have a comedy show called the Reparations Comedy Tour. We have four great comedians and a really great host who goes by the name of Country Comedian. It is only available on Nosy by Standards TV. You can watch it from your smartphone, your tablet, your computer, or if you have Roku TV, download us. We're on Roku, but you can watch it from your smartphone or your TV and just share it on your TV. It's going to be a great comedy tour. It is in 15 days. You guys, it's our first comedy tour. We really want to show out. We really want the comedians to have a nice audience to watch them. And these are seasoned comedians. They've been touring. They know what they're doing. And so we're very excited and very proud to bring you guys our version of Comic View on BT. Okay, but this is ours. If the first comedy tour is successful, we're going to host them every month with new comedians, bigger and better. So I'm really hoping you guys come out, come watch, make sure you register. I put a link in the bio, but I'll put another link just to be safe. Okay. Hold on one second. And then, or I put a link in the chat. I'll put in another link. Um, make sure y'all register. It's going to be a really good comedy show. Okay. But before while y'all register for that, we got to talk about this story today, honey child. Because Chris Brown and lost his whatever kind of mind, and he posted so many receipts. It's gonna take us literally the entire show to get through it. But before we get to Chris Brown and his ghetto ways, let's see who's all up in the chat, okay? Because a lot of y'all I see y'all coming in hot. Hello, Brenda, how you doing today? Hello, YNV. Hello, DL. Hello, Soothing Zen Sounds. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Anastasia. Hello, Sheree. How you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. Hello, Lady Princess. Hello, Cammy. Hello, T the Little Gemini. Hello, Mimi. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Double H. Hello, Shug Owens. Hello, Outspoken Introvert. Hello, Quinta. Hello, Tony. Hello, Lisa. Our Virgil says, "Hey, fam. How is everyone? TGIF. Grab your snacks." Absolutely. Hello, Bow Lady. Hello, Brown Mama, how you doing today? Hello, Anastasia. Hello, AK. Hello, Quanda. Let me get to the bottom because I know y'all be coming in late. Hello, Dion. Hello, is it Bianca? Hello, Bianca. How you doing today? Hello, Drea. Oh, did y'all know that Dre McCrae came back to Facebook? We gonna get into that tomorrow. We gonna get just so y'all your name popped up, Dre. So it just remind me of Dre McCrae. Dre McCrae is back, and I want to go and I want to analyze her videos tomorrow. How about that? It'll be Saturday. We'll do an early show and we'll analyze her videos. And then I also want to get into some tea that's spilling over on Facebook about a shoe company that basically stole a bunch of people's money, honey. Scammer alert. Hello, Toy Alley. Hello, uh, is it Atisha? Hello, Atisha. Hello, Tess. Hello, Desmond. How you doing today? Hello, Shug. Hello, Rose Ellen, all the way from Facebook. Hello, Alexis. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Jess. Hello, Nikita. Hello, Marie Washington. How you doing? Hello, Ty, mommy. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Tiny the Ninja. Hello, April. Hello, Ladonda. Hello, Nita. And if I missed you, I apologize. But we got to get into this hot ghetto mess. Y'all, it's Friday, okay? It's Friday. You already knew today was gonna be ghetto. Let's just be realistic, okay? You said OMG, what? Has there? I guess so. I guess so. So we're gonna get into that tomorrow. I gotta finish dissecting it because they said she did a live stream at midnight. So I guess she was hoping that people wouldn't see her. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get into that tomorrow. Don't worry. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna analyze it. Okay. Hello, Kadra. Ciao. Yes, honey. Scammer alert. The shoe company is called this. Let me put the banner up so you guys can see it. This is called this shoe company. It's for kids. It's a shoe company for kids called Monkey Feet. Apparently, honey, she out here scamming on Facebook. She done shut down the entire Facebook group. She done took their orders, honey. Some people are claiming that they haven't gotten their shoe order in 200 days. I'm not lying. I wish I was. 200 days. 200 days. I'm going to post the link so you'll know. I'll post it on Facebook, kind of like how I do here. I'll post the link for the time and you'll see it on Facebook or on YouTube. Okay. This is from YV says, I saw pink sauce lady at the grocery store. The ingredients are different. I didn't buy it. I want to check out the reviews first. I heard the Walmart, because I saw it at Walmart. Every review that I saw from the Walmart pink sauce, I heard is delicious. Like people who bought it previously said it tasted more like ranch when she was making it out of her home. And then people said that the one that it's at Walmart is like a little bit more spicy and a little bit more tangy. And it seems like people like the new version better because she's making it with a large distributor. So I heard they like freak the recipe a little bit more, and people are I mean, they're ranting and raving about it. I heard it's really 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 delicious, so I'm gonna go buy it because it looks good and I wanted to try it regardless, so I'm gonna get it too. Okay, so let's get into Chris Brown and everything he got going on the internet, because he is going through a litany of people. So if you haven't seen, Chris Brown posted, which we're going to watch, he posted a series of stories on his stories on Instagram in regards to other celebrities who've done some heinous things. And he's basically playing this whataboutism. He's pulling this play right out of the Donald Trump book. Like, if they can do it, then why can't I do it? And how come they haven't been vilified like I have? So I want to go through his story, and then I want to go through the people who he's discussing, okay? Because Chris is not having it. Okay, so give me 1 second. I got to go through his story so we can. We're gonna have to like go from the beginning where he started, because the other stuff, yeah, this is just some other stuff. Okay, so he starts off and he says this. Can I pause this? Oh, yeah, hold on. So he starts off and he says this: If y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old, please kiss my whole entire butt. I'm 33 years old. I'm so tired of y'all running with this narrative. Y'all weird. Are the same are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Krishan beat each other up in front of the world, but that's okay. It's entertainment. All y'all can do is disrespectfully. Then he says, where are the cancel cultures with these white celebrities that date underage women, beat their wives, and give each other HIV? Oh, that's right. They are your buddies. No more fake love from me. Stay out my way or get ran over. Simple as that. None of you, and I mean, none of you can F with me. And then he starts off with Sean Penn, honey. So before we get to what he says about Sean Penn, let's just be abundantly clear, okay? And this message is to Chris Brown. If you're not Chris Brown, you're more than welcome to listen. But this message is for Chris Brown. Chris, no one is talking in regards to what you did to Rihanna. Or at least we're not over here. What people are referring to is what you did to Karuchi Tran. Okay? You have a long history of putting your hands on women and harassing them to the point that they have to file restraining orders, which are granted, right? The judges are giving it to them, and for good reason. Okay, so if you have a problem with how women that you have vilified are portraying you, that's between you and the clerk of courts. Okay, it's between you and the clerk of courts. So if you got a problem, your beef is with the clerk of courts. Your beef is not with us. Point blank period. Your beef is not with us. We didn't do nothing to you. You out here acting like a whole bird, and now you want everyone to you want to play this whataboutism. Like, what about them? No, it's not what about them. It's what about you and what you're doing. Like, it's what you're doing. You're doing these things. It's not like you made a mistake 20 years ago and then all of a sudden you corrected that, but you have continued to do the same things. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that Chris Brown is wrong for calling these people out, but Chris, it's not like you didn't continue this history of doing this to women. Like, be for real. Okay, so let's get into the first person on the list. Okay, he points out Sean Penn, says milk star Sean Penn was arrested for domestic assault when of his then wife Madonna. Penn had served 33 days in prison for an incident in which he punched a photographer. Yeah, he's right. No one says Sean Penn is perfect, but there you have it. He moves on to Mel Gibson. Now, Mel Gibson is another story. He said in 2010, Mel Gibson pled no contest to a battery charge against his then wife, Osaka. I'm sorry, Oceana I can't pronounce her name. Gibson was also arrested in 2006 for a drunk driving incident and charged with association with his infamous anti-Semitic tirade. Mm. Nicolas Cage in 2011. Nicolas Cage was arrested for domestic battery and disturbing the peace. Cage reportedly pushed his wife outside of a tattoo shop and punched some cars that were nearby. Mm. Ozzy Osbourne was arrested for domestic violence in 1989. The Black Sabbath frontman has also been arrested for breaking and entering the pub and public urination. Here's the thing about these people, except Mel Gibson, okay? Everyone that we have read except Mel Gibson has literally not done this stuff since. Do you understand what recidivism is? It means to rehabilitate yourself to not commit the same offenses. If you had to dig back in 1989 to find something on Ozzy Osbourne, knowing that Ozzy Osbourne has not done anything since 1989, you're digging. Come on, man. Be real. Be real. This is from Kings Galore. Says Sean Penn beat and tie Madonna to a chair. He crazy. He's also crazy. That's right. This is from Nisi. What's up, Nisi? Says, I'm so happy the hypocrisy in our culture is being exposed. In our culture. This from Nita says, I've been forgave Chris Brown. Y'all dragging it. What did you forgive him for? I'm curious. Did you forgive him for what he did to Rihanna, or what he did to Carucci, or what he did to those fans when he punched them at his concert like 3 years ago? Which incident did you forgive him for? I want to know. Just let me know. This from Destiny says, we don't know that, but they're not in the limelight as much. It's true. But I'm sure if something occurred, we'd know it, right? At least. I mean, they are still celebrities, so they can't go unnoticed. This from YMV says he would have been better arguing a post like Ike Turner. Rihanna's success story is more parallel to Tina Turner's. Also true. This from Cece said, did I miss anything? I'm late. What's up? This is from Greatness says, what has Chris done lately? Him and Kay broke up in 2015, 2016. It's not about the breakup between him and Carucci. It's about the active restraining order she has against him, which caused him to not be able to perform at the American Music Awards because she was a presenter there. That's what. This is from Destiny says, Ozzy is in his trolls too. He's still getting some work and some love, but we ain't talking about them. Yeah, that's right. Juicy and Jolly says, I think he reached back that far to show how long it was for them and him. Like time frame wise, maybe like when they were 17 and what they did. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Something Here's my thing. I don't know if he re-offended, but something must have occurred. So he couldn't perform at the American Music Awards because Karuchi Tran has an active restraining order against him and she was a presenter. So they both couldn't be at the same place at the same time. So I don't know if he had another deal fall through and that's why he went on this tirade. And I'm assuming something else big fell through. That's why he went on this tirade, in my opinion. I don't know what fell through. And maybe in the number, like in the coming days, we'll find out if he lost a deal or if he lost a performance or something. But something's going to come out where he lost something. And that's why he did this. Does that make sense? Okay, let's continue. Tommy Lee, rocker Tommy Lee was arrested for domestic violence in 1994 and 98. Lee was arrested several times for offenses like indecent exposure, disturbing the peace, and inciting a riot. Okay. Slash from Guns N' Roses was arrested for domestic violence in 1999. This was his only run in with the law. There's no content to what these people were arrested for. But okay, let's continue. Charlie Sheen in 2009, the Charlie Sheen was arrested for domestic violence charges after reportedly trying to choke his wife, Brooke Mueller. He pled no contest in 1996 charge where he attacked his girlfriend at his home. Now, Charlie Sheen is another case. Okay, now, let's be for real. Charlie Sheen is a menace. Okay, this is from Steven Seagal. Says his ex-wife Kelly LeBrock has made claims that Seagal was abusive throughout their marriage, and Seagal has also been sued for sexual harassment several times, as well as assaulting women on his set. Yikes! Yikes! Emma Roberts. Not Emma Roberts, honey. Emma Roberts was arrested for domestic violence for beating up her boyfriend Evan Peters in Canada. The couple both starred in American Horror Story COVID. I didn't know that she was arrested in Canada. Wow. Not the Scream Queen. Ooh, child. Okay. Ooh, child. This is from Tavania says the girl from 3LW brought up Chris Brown's past after Chloe posted a snippet of their song with Chris Brown. I already told y'all how I feel about Chloe Bailey or Haley Bailey or both of them. I just don't care for either of them. So it makes sense that they would do music with him. I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. I'm really not. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not. But like they could find someone else to work with. It's not that they're not hard pressed to get music covered. If you're the proteges of Beyonce, Chris Brown, you can do better than Chris Brown. Let's be for real. This is from Carmen Electra was arrested in 1998 for domestic dispute with her NBA boyfriend Dennis Rodman, who was also charged with an incident that allegedly determined the fight was from a fight about seeing one of Electra's boyfriends on television. Christian Slater was arrested for domestic violence in 97 and served 59 days in prison. The True Romance star was arrested for drug possession, battery, and assault with a deadly weapon. Oh, yikes. Josh Brolin was arrested for domestic violence in 2004. The No Country for Old Men star was arrested again in 2013 for being drunk in public. Tom Sizemore, Saving Private Ryan star, was arrested for domestic violence in 97 to 2003. He has also been arrested for drug possession, vandalism, and battery. Tom Sizemore is a great actor. His downfall was so shameful. James Caan, The Godfather, he plays Sonny, was arrested for domestic violence in 1980. Caan has also been in trouble with the law for battery and brandishing a weapon. None of this makes sense. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. I understand. Like, I get it. I get why he's posting it. But some of these offenses are quite heinous. Don't get me wrong. But some of them are just dumb. Like, they don't even make sense. Like, there's no context. Like, some of them are well known for. Like, we know the Charlie Sheen one. We know the other ones. I didn't know about Emma Roberts. We know about some of those, but these other ones have no context, right? Like, what is the context of some of these other arrests? He's really just pulling at straws. And why is he only exposing Caucasian? Nobody cares about them. Nobody. Nobody. This from Cookie Woods said the girl from 3LW can't talk. She assaulted Naturi. Who is that? He left out Dr. Dre and Russell Simmons. He left out a lot of people of color, if I do say so myself. Oh no, they're all wrong. No one should be making music with Chris Brown. Nobody. Okay? Specifically not Haley or Chloe Bailey. Maybe. It would have been better if see he not gonna touch on black artists who've committed these offenses, right? Because then he'll really be blackballed from the industry. Seriously, he would. He would seriously be blackballed from the industry. He's not gonna mention Dr. Dre or Russell Simmons. Come on. Come on. He's not gonna do that. This from Shell says his statement about cancel culture and how they're so quick to ruin black careers but never go after white careers for similar things. All the people he showcased, I mean, other than Sean Penn and Emma Roberts, do they have careers? I mean, I'm asking because they don't. So I just want to know why he didn't bring up black offenses. I can't see the name, but I think it says Vince Neil. Yeah, Vince Neil was arrested for domestic violence in 84 and 2011. The Motley Crue frontman was arrested for driving while intoxicated, battery, and vandalism. Mickey Rourke, the wrestling star, was arrested for domestic violence in 94. He was also arrested for driving while drunk in 2007. I got time today. You clearly do. Because all those deals you got that are falling through gave you the time today. Oh, yeah. Isn't this the guy that owns the UFC thing? I remember that. And then this is from Kelly Williams. I hope I'm saying her name right. It says, hold on, let me go back and pause it. It says, doing an exploratory dive into Blueface and Krishan because I need to see some mess that's not mine. Clips and YouTube recommendations welcome. Somebody says by the name of Bite Me says, okay, but Kaylee hates domestic violence, huh? But this be all of y'all fake advocates. Then Blueface said, the truth could never be a diss. I F with Chris Brown met because he just he met because he's just as player as me. It's all love, but I got hit with a stray this morning. Mm. Chris Brown's an idiot. I don't care what none of y'all say. Y'all can argue with yourself in the comments. And you can support him if you want to, because yeah, you can. I just think it's just ridiculous that people would support support any of these people. I mean, just be realistic. Like black people have this weird thing where we just connect ourselves to someone we just can't let go. I get it. You grew up with Chris Brown. You have been tracking his career for the better part of 20 years. I understand. It is hard to let go of your fan favorites who give you hit for hit for hit, but when they show you who they are, believe them. Like the fact that people are fighting in the comments about, well, I still support him because what has he done lately? Okay, well, I encourage you, go to Chris Brown and let him black your eye, and then tell him, and then come back to the comments and tell me how much of a supporter of his you are. That's all I'm asking. And then when people say, oh, so and so, he blacked your eye like 5 years ago. Are you going to get over it? I want to hear your response. I just want to hear your response. That's all. I just want to hear your response. Stop caping for people you don't know. Stop caping for people you don't know. Stop caping for people who are literally using and abusing people all across Hollywood. And then they post this whataboutism garbage. And then you're still in here supporting him. He don't know y'all. He don't know y'all. So what are you doing? Just read it at face value. He has been abusing women since he was 17, really, is what he admitted. I've just been abusing women since I was 17, but I need y'all to get over it so I can get my career back. That's all he's saying. That is all he is saying. So I'm just confused. I'm confused by the comments. Like I'm just confused by some of them. In here, it's from Destiny says, you can't be a tattletale and then give folks some old people they don't know what's really good, my boy. That's what I'm saying. And then you bring up all these old people that don't nobody even talk about no more, which no one's saying that, oh, we forgive. We don't forgive them. We just don't know them or we don't care because they have succumbed to what they have done to other people, whether it be due to domestic violence or drunk driving or whatever. They have paid their price for it, even by losing some of their careers. They were canceled. And that's the part that Chris Brown don't get. You mean because we're not talking about it every day? They're already canceled. Charlie Sheen was canceled. What part of that did Chris Brown miss? Tom Sizemore already canceled. What part of what why is he confused by that? Like, oh, y'all not canceling them. They're already canceled. There's nothing else to cancel when they don't have a career. What is he talking about? He sounds delusional. He does. He sounds incredibly Delusional. It's from AK. Says Chris don't need a job. He surprisingly is still pretty good. Good at what? This from Destiny says, we should have supported him and helped him when he needed it. It's sitting on too much money at this point. I hate it for him, but I'm not dumb. I don't get what that means. We should have supported him. How should we have supported him? This from AK says, but that's the thing Rihanna said years ago. She was sick of it. That too. This from Yenzi says, I think we as non celebrities are judgmental because I think if our discrep in discrepancy in dis I don't know what that is. In discrepant we're put on if our if our past were put on blast for the world to see, I think we would not be so quick to crucify. It's not about quick to crucify. If Chris Brown had that one incident with Rihanna, went to therapy, she forgives him, the world forgives him, is one thing. It's the additional domestic violence that he is inflicting on women and fans and ex-girlfriends. It never stopped at Rihanna. What part of that is everyone missing? It did not stop at Rihanna. It's one thing for you to do something in your past, right? Let's say you had a DUI 15, 10 years ago, 3 years ago, right? And you never get a DUI again for the rest of your natural born life. And people have forgiven you for it. If people were to bring it up, yeah, they're probably wrong because if you have exhibited that you don't have that type of behavior and you just move on with your life, then you move on with your life. But if every year you get a DUI, and then you get on the internet and say, I wish y'all would just forgive me. The past is in the past. But you are exhibiting behaviors of getting a DUI every single year. So we're supposed to forgive that? Like, come on. This one, Tage just says Charlie Sheen wasn't canceled right away. Do your research. Yeah, he was. What are you talking about? After that domestic violence with his wife, he left the show two and no, he started doing these anti-Semitic rhetorics, which made him lose the show Two and a Half Men. Then he d- abused his wife. She left him, right? He never came back. What are y'all talking about? If Charlie Sheen came back to television, show me. Like, what am I missing? This it's from subsequently 22 says, wasn't that Robert Downey Jr.? He was probably the most popular Avenger. No, no, that was Charlie Sheen. Robert Downey Jr. What Robert Downey Jr. did was in the mid 90s, and I think it was like drug abuse and stuff, and he went to jail, and they gave him like court ordered, what's it called? Court ordered drug counseling. So he got court ordered drug counseling, and then he just turned his life around. Hadn't had a relapse since, right? We're not going to judge him off of it because he rehabilitated himself. Like Chris Brown's Chris Brown's thing with Crucci was in what, 2016, 2017? Are you kidding me? It's not like are you kidding me? That's recent. That's not old. That's not old at all. This one Greatest 88 said that's not fair, Nosy. This is about support. This isn't about supporting him. You want us to comment but have a problem with opinions. No, I don't got a problem with nobody's opinion. Chris was wrong. No one seems to know what he's done lately. What do you mean lately? He literally has a domestic what world are y'all in? Are we on the same page? He literally has a restraining order out against him from an ex-girlfriend for domestic violence. Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? I mean, I just want to know. Are y'all doing all right? Are y'all doing all right? Are y'all okay? That y'all are in literally in the comment sections attempting to just gaslight the full audience. I mean, like, are y'all all right? I'm blown. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Like, I'm just I'm just oof. This from Music Lover says the way y'all support these habitual abusers because they're celebrities is crazy. It just reminds folks of their life in similar situations that aren't a safe person. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, well, tell me what Chris Brown did recently. I shouldn't have to tell you nothing what he did recently. Why don't you go ask the women he abused? Why don't you go ask the fans that he attacked at his shows? Why don't you go ask the women with the countless restraining orders against him? Why don't you go ask them? Why are you asking me? He's using whataboutism, and it's working. Like it, Minnesota Mandy said I wasn't aware it was still relevant. Apparently, apparently, Mandy. This from Yenzi says, "Be mad at the people supporting him because I'm not one." I'm just confused why everybody's playing. Everybody's playing this whataboutism in the comments. I'm like, are y'all okay? I just want to make sure. This from Cookie Wood says, "Stop saying y'all. Hell, it's we." He said, "No, they are not okay." Clearly, he said, "It is what it is." That man clearly needs help. He does need help. He does. You're right. You're absolutely correct. He does need help. You're right. This from Destiny says he definitely does. This is the problem. Chris has a type. Chris has a type, and 9 out of 9, um, 9 out of 9 ain't you or me. Even his type have reported that he abuses them. What's going on, child? I don't know. I don't know. This from AK says this is an issue. Is why not hold everyone to a standard. There are a lot of men like him out there, but y'all but all are not held to the same standard. That's my issue. No, you're right. This from Carisha says, why does Chris Brown make women sign ND so he can beat them senseless? So he can beat them senseless or something. This is from YT says, bottom line, he makes hits. That's why Chloe chose to collab with him for a hit. She probably gonna rethink that collab. I mean, and I'm not saying that she's gonna do it like out of her own judgment. It's because of what transcribed today on the internet. She might want to rethink that collab, and her team might even rethink it. Like, is it worth the hit? I don't know. We got to look at the consensus. What does the internet say, and how much support is rallying behind Chris? Because if there's a lot of support for Chris on the internet, her hit might be successful. This from Kinks Galore says RDJ broke Haley Berry's arm on film. Who Holly Berry's arm on film said and don't care. Read Holly's interview about working with Robert Downey Jr. Ooh, snap! I will. Is his mom a weird too? I didn't know he. I don't really know much about Chris Brown's mom, but I have to look into it. This from Destiny says, if your neighbor down the street can beat his women, why can't he? What? No one should be beating anyone, and that's where the problem lies. Like, hold on one second. Let me look up this Emma Roberts. I gotta look this up because I had no idea. I didn't know, so I would like to read this because this was actually news to me. I didn't know she was involved in anything like that. It says Emma Roberts arrested for domestic assault. News sources are confirming that Emma Roberts was arrested July 7th in Montreal, Canada, after somebody called the police about a fight in her hotel room. Emma, the 22-year-old actor uh, of Eric Roberts, a niece of superstar Julia Roberts, was allegedly arrested for assaulting her boyfriend, American Horror Story co-star Evan Peters. TMZ reported Monday that. When was this published? I wonder if there's a time and date on it. No. It says TMZ reported Monday that Roberts had a bloody nose, oof, and bite marks when law enforcement arrived. Although the bite marks claims have been disputed by other sources, Roberts was released from jail shortly after the incident, as her boyfriend chose not to press charges. The actor released a joint statement suggesting that they were not separating over a fight. It is an unfortunate incident and misunderstanding, Rep said. Mrs. Roberts was released after questioning, and the couple are working together to move past it. Ooh, snap. The couple pictured above during happier times this past May have received noticeable less criticism than other high profile domestic assaults. Some have wondered if the gender reversal has caused them to receive less bad press than infamous cases like Chris Brown's assault and ex pop star or pop star ex girlfriend Rihanna. What's your opinion? Mm. She a bird too. Not her beating up on her man. Ooh, child. This from Tiny the Ninja says it might be successful, but the public still doesn't know how they feel about Chloe. I hope she rethinks it. She should submit herself, excuse me, before making a move like that if she still wants a collab. I think they're going to wait to see what the internet says. If the internet is in support of all these posts Chris Brown made, they're going to go through with the collab because there's no reason to cancel it if he has the support of the internet behind him. You know what I mean? There's no point in canceling it. This is from Lashira says it's not about condoning his behavior, but tarring him down ain't helping him because helping him become about person either. I mean, there's no help for Chris Brown. He's rich and he has access to money and all that and therapy and all that other stuff. So there's nothing we can do. He doesn't think he has a problem. He doesn't think there's anything wrong with putting his hands on women. He doesn't think there's anything wrong with countless restraining orders against him. What are we going to do? You know what I mean? There's nothing we can do except observe and analyze because we can't help him. He don't want to help himself. How can we help him? You know what I mean? Is my question. How can we? What's up, Ditch Doctor? How you doing today? This from April says, smash that like button, y'all. Please do. This from Yenzi said, there's a lot of celebrities, including your faves, that are problematic. Oh, I don't have any favorite celebrities, but you're probably talking to everybody else. I don't. The only one I actually the only celebrity I actually like a lot, would probably be Carisha from the City Girls. Like enough to start a spam page for, you know? But that's probably it. Ain't no other celebrity that I like. Yes, honey. This is from Destiny says, who said it made it okay? Listen, I'm not a fan. I'm merely trying to help make it clear that he isn't and shouldn't be held on a pedestal because y'all like him. No, I agree. I agree. Two Types of Curls says, you need to research. You need a research department. Despite all of Charlie Sheen's issues, he's still got a hit show, which is he ended he ended it because his HIV symptoms got the better of him. He was not canceled by Hollywood. He left. Maybe he canceled himself, essentially. Maybe, you know? I mean, Charlie Sheen is a monster. So either he cancels himself or the industry cancels him. But either way, he was canceled, right? This from Tarnisha says, and let's not forget Chris Brown is fat phobic and a colorist. Run back the footage of Tokyo Vanity reading him for filth. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I could find it. Ooh, let me see. I probably could find it, but I don't know if it's going to be redacted.
Christopher Paul Brown. Bitch, stop playing with me. Okay, all that talking about can you take me out and all that, like, bitch, that shit not funny. Second of all, bitch, I'm not even your type, bitch.
Oh no, there's way too much swearing in it. I would play it, but I just can't. Like, I love Tokyo, but that just won't do. Okay, that just won't do. That won't do or whatsoever. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to play it, but I remember that. I do, and I appreciate you mentioning it. I do remember it, but I can't play that. It's just way too graphic. And yeah, he was being incredibly fatphobic toward her, which I don't like either. This is maybe I'm not saying it right. No, I heard what you're saying. This from Yenzi says those celebrities support him. They have way more. They have way too many skeletons. No, that I agree with, Yenzi. I agree with that. Destiny says I'm gonna sit in the bushes and watch the show. Okay. This is from Minnesota Man. It says, Steph, we know you like Spencer. I do like Spencer Pratt. I do. There's something about him. It seems so just regular degular, you know. This from Dion. Deandra says, I like Regina Hall. I'll start a stand account for her. I would too. I like her a lot. This from Two Types of Curls says Chris is delusional to think his only issue with women was at the age of 17. He's now 33 and does the same things. He does not see the issue. He doesn't. I do like Carisha. She's also just seems like I watch a lot of her interviews. Not Carisha, please, but like when she's on the red carpet, Carisha just seems like a really nice person. It's hard to explain, but she just has a really nice spirit about her. She just seems humble. She's funny, and the way her and Santana go back and forth, you can't make that kind of friendship up. Like that's not a, you know what I mean? Like Carisha and Santana, like I like her. I do. I like her a lot. Smash that like button, y'all, because the likes ain't liking. Okay. This from Yenzi says, how do we help someone that is always in foolishness? Either don't support, hold them accountable, or be an enabler, ignore the things that they do. Exactly. Because there's no way. There's no way. Like, people like he needs help. Okay, well, I can't help him. He don't know me. I don't know Chris Brown. He don't know me. So all I can do is just hold on one second. Y'all got a haircut today. I wish y'all could see it, but I got my camera. I can't get it on because my Wi-Fi is so slow. But um, I can't help Chris Brown at all. So it's not like he'll listen to me. This from Kinks Galore says no. Charlie got fired and replaced with Ashton Kutcher. He was canceled by Hollywood. When they should just let him finish the show out because when they put Ashton Kutcher on it, the show was a flop. A big flop. This from Silver Senorita says, people are not dismissing or supporting his abusive behavior, but constantly bringing it up with venom. He needs to work just like anyone else. Those that work with him are not dumb. I mean, I get that. I understand what you're saying, but like, I could see if that made sense if he didn't continuously get restraining orders out on him for domestic violence against women. It's always going to get brought up until he stops putting his hands on women. That's it. If he did that one thing with Rihanna and years passed and he moved on, that's one thing. But he is constantly putting his hands on women, which is causing them to get restraining orders against him. So he can't be mad at us. He has to be mad at his literal hands, you know? This from Sherry says, I remember the picture of Karuchi and Chris outside the restaurant, bodyguards between them, and Karuchi looked terrified. The guy's a monster. And I feel like anybody who works with him is toxic. And whoever, now here's my theory, okay? Now I can't prove it, but I feel like there's some validity to it. There's somebody working behind the reason why Chris Brown came out today, okay? Let's just call a spade a spade. The reason why Chris Brown came out today is because somebody behind the scenes is trying to single-handedly destroy his career. And I think it's Rihanna. I do. I don't care what nobody says. I do. I think Rihanna was just waiting until she got to this like pinnacle point of her career where her word and her bond carries a ton of weight. Chris Brown only came out today because he had some big deal cooking in the books, and somebody behind the scenes destroyed it. Because Chris Brown has not said anything all week. He's just been posting his content and, just doing his regular stuff, posting pictures of his kids. And then all of a sudden he just came out swinging. Why would he come out swinging out of nowhere? Because he has something working. He has something on the books. And then boom, somebody just single-handedly destroyed it. And I think he was at his wit's end. And if you ask me, it's somebody in the industry with a lot of power. And I think it's Rihanna. I think somebody is causing him to lose millions of dollars. And he was at his wit's end. And the only person who can do that, who has enough clout to do that, because it's not just little people in the industry like, ooh, don't work with Chris, or ooh, cancel that show, or ooh, don't let him go on tour with you, or ooh, cancel that studio session. It's not a bunch of little tiny producers doing that. It's somebody big. It's somebody big. It's somebody big. It's somebody big. It is, and that's my opinion. And I think it's Rihanna. I think she's been holding a grudge against that for a long time, and it's been a long time coming. And I think that all of these, because think about it for a second. They let Chris Brown think about it, okay? Just put your thinking analyzation caps on. They let Chris Brown spend millions of dollars building a set, paying a crew to shoot the behind the scenes for his American Music Awards tribute to Michael Jackson. They let him collaborate for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hours with choreographers and other celebrities who are notable dancers for months. Chris Brown said he was working on that for months. All so they can let fucking Karrueche present one award? Come on, man. It would have been too easy just to cancel Karrueche. Who is she? So think about that for a second. I mean, I'm just trying to give y'all real deal analyzation. There's no way, unless it was somebody, an evil genius, there's no way somebody would pick Chris Brown over Karrueche. I don't care if she got a restraining order out against him. They would have just told her, well, we invested $20 million to get Chris Brown to perform, and all Karrueche's going to do is wear a tight skirt and walk across stage and present an award. We're going to put our money on the investment. They didn't invest anything in Karrueche to do that. So whoever was behind the scenes with that was somebody big. Somebody big cancel it. Somebody is working. Y'all think Chris Brown is not being crazy? Just to be fair to Chris Brown, he's not crazy to be coming out and saying all these things. He's wrong, but it's not crazy. Somebody's working behind the scenes to cancel every single thing, because what they let him do from the moment he put his hands on Rihanna to the moment that he started hitting on his fans, to the moment he got the restraining order out against Karrueche and other instances, right? They just let him create hit after hit after hit. They let him go on tour. He thought everything was smooth sailing. And now that Chris Brown has really invested time and energy into his career, whoever's behind canceling his bread and stopping his bag has a bag 50 times bigger than Chris's. There's no way that Chris Brown should have ever been able to revive his career. But whoever it was, just let him just continue to put out hits and continue to make music videos and continue to do that. Because you know what they did? They let that nigga think shit was sweet. That's exactly what they did. They said, oh, let him think it's sweet. Go ahead. Let him think it's sweet. Let him work with the best of the best producers. Fly him out. Let him get some of the best deals and contracts. Hey, even finance his music videos. Let him think it's sweet. And the moment when Chris started getting bigger bags, right? That American Music Award tribute to Michael Jackson, whoever is behind it was like, nah, let me just start now. And the buck stops there. Chris Brown came out today because somebody stopped a bag 3 times as big as that American Music Award tribute. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, okay? Because he came out swinging today because he is angry. Because he's not angry because of what y'all say. Y'all been saying cancel Chris Brown since he was 17, according to Chris. And didn't bother him then. But the moment you start playing with his money, because he's a black man, let's be for real, he's a black man and you're affecting his money. The moment y'all start affecting his money, he gonna have something to say. Okay, he got something to say. I want to get to some of your comments. Okay, let me get some of your comments because I think I missed a bunch of them. Hold on 1 second. You said I think it's alleged drugs. Honestly, what do you mean? This from Will B said I don't think it's Rihanna. I think it's Jay-Z. He never liked Chris. Rihanna forgave him time and time after that. Even had multiple songs with. See, I could believe that. I'm telling you, whoever stopping Chris's bag has a bag 30 times bigger than Chris's, who has enough clout to literally pick up a phone and be like, cancel his performance. I don't want him here. I could believe that for sure. In my head, the person who canceled him is a billionaire. I don't know who, but who's been canceling Chris Brown behind the scenes secretly, they're a billionaire. They're a billionaire. They are a billionaire. They are a billionaire. Drake, he got hits with Drake though, so I don't think it's Drake. This from Destiny says, a checkmate. Now we talking. Riri wants no parts. It's somebody else, somebody with more power. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, but it's somebody. So it's definitely somebody. It's not on accident. Nothing in the industry happens on accident ever. Everything's very calculated, even as chaotic as it is. So whoever's out here canceling Chris Brown and stopping his bag, they're doing it because they don't like him. And they let him for years think stuff was sweet. And they're trying to show him right now, nothing sweet. I'm going to cancel you silently. That's why Chris can't direct his anger at anyone because he doesn't know who it is. But it's somebody. Somebody's like, cancel it. He got a deal, cancel it. He about to do a show, cancel it. He going on tour, cancel it. He needs to get this equipment from this equipment company to go on tour, cancel the equipment. So I don't know who it is, but they gonna cancel him. They canceling him. Okay. They're canceling him. This from AK says, someone may be after him, but it's not Rihanna or Jay-Z. Jay tried blackmailing him, but it didn't work. I don't know, you guys, but it's definitely somebody big. Somebody big who don't like him. So Chris Brown can get on the internet and cry all day, but his anger is not with us. His anger is with the person behind the scenes working to get rid of his career. Okay. It's definitely something. He might as well do what what's her name did. Azalea Banks. Azalea Banks just tours overseas. She didn't even tour here in America anymore. She tours overseas. You know? So he better off just doing what he got to do across the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. This from Jelly Bean says he owes taxes, so his money is funny. House about to be in foreclosure. You think so, Jelly Bean? I don't know if that's true or not, but do you think so? You said his tours sell out in Europe. Yeah, but he can't get no play here in the United States. None. So Destiny says, I don't know none of these folks, but I can see the play. It's sad all around. But you get on that horse, you gotta ride it. That's true. I don't know, y'all. It's a mess. You say he's still getting paid. He just wants to execute his craft. When it comes to celebrities, it's not just about executing your craft or getting paid. The more shows you do, the more exclusive shows you do, the more notoriety you have. So Chris Brown putting out a hit, that's nothing, right? That's easy work. What's hard work is doing the tributes to like at the Oscars and the Grammys and the MTV Awards, the BET. Those are big things that celebrities try to solidify because it just catapults you as a celebrity, you know, and a singer or whatever. The next thing you're going to want to do is start headlining really, really, really big shows like Astro World and Coachella. Those are real big deals. So the more bigger and exclusive that you can secure a specific slot on a show, the more notoriety and the more you propel yourself in your career. So it's not just putting out songs. That's the easy work. But what can you do? you can be the only, you could be the headline show at the Oscars. That's a big deal. That is a big, big, big deal. Like those are big deal events. So every time it seems like there was probably another event, and TMZ is probably going to publish it soon because I know it's going to come out. Chris Brown reacted today for something. So the bigger show that you can do, the more exclusive show you can do, the more notoriety that you gain. And I think that some show was supposed to occur and Chris Brown got excluded out of it. That's why he's so angry today, because somebody's playing in his face. And when he found out why whatever he had lined up got canceled, the first thing they said to him was, well, that incident with Rihanna, that's why. Because most people have overlooked that, but whoever canceled that, whatever he had lined up today, or the bad news he found out today, is because of that. That's the same excuse that they had used. And he's like, he wasn't talking to us, you guys. That message wasn't for us. That message was for someone who canceled Chris Brown's bag. That is who that message was for today. So the same thing that we had said when we did the Wendy Williams story, and we couldn't figure out who Mercury Group, the people who owned the rights to the Wendy Williams show, we couldn't figure out why they kept putting out those press releases. And we're like, for who is this for? Turns out those messages weren't for us. Those messages were directed for and toward Wendy Williams. So the same way that Chris Brown came out today, minus a publicist, is because that message wasn't for us. That message was for somebody who called him today and canceled whatever he had coming up this spring or summer. That's what that was. And we're going to find out in the coming weeks, right? So a show's going to come out and they're going to be like, oh, Chris Brown was supposed to headline it, but I guess it got canceled. And then you're going to look back a couple months ago and be like, that's why Chris Brown came out swinging. Because somebody canceled this show. You're going to see it. Just give it some time. It's going to come out. But Chris Brown definitely got a call today as to why he's not doing something in the coming weeks. And you're going to see it. Mark my words. This from Bo Lady says, and the message showed that it wasn't his peers because he would have had way more examples. Exactly. And here's the thing too. He showed 3 music artists, but everyone else he showed actors. So I wonder if Chris Brown was going to do a TV show or a TV movie. You know what I mean? Because think about it, he left us little breadcrumbs. Like those were clues. He only picked white actors, which means that his message was targeted toward maybe a white producer or a white executive. And then he only really showed actors, right? He didn't even show the mass majority of singers, which makes me think, was Chris Brown preparing to do a movie that he got kicked out of? Did he like audition for a movie and they told him the reason why is because the whole Rihanna and Karrueche situation? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like he definitely was kicked out of, or he definitely lost something today. And we're going to find out in the coming weeks. I promise you. This from Shell Thorne says, I've been all over the shade room and every outlet today. The Keesley girl made a post about her song and tagged Chris and Carlos King, making statements about who people support and so forth. Carlos King, y'all know that we did an interview with Carlos King here at the Nosy Bystanders on A Minute with Millie Chun. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but we did. We sat down with Carlos King, and I'll actually pull it up for you here. He's a friend of the show. Carlos King is good family over here, so there will be no Carlos King slander over in these parts, okay? There will be no Carlos King slander. Let me see if I can find those interviews. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Oh, can I find them? I'm so blind. I can't see. What am I looking for? Oh, no wonder. Duh. Okay, hold on. I want to see if I can find them. Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, we did a we did a 4-part exclusive interview with A Minute with Millie with Carlos King here on our network. Carlos King is a friend of the show. Okay, and if you haven't watched these interviews and you like that Real Housewife garbage, Carlos King shares all the tea. And it's a 4-part interview that we produced here at the Nosy Bystander with Carlos King. So, child, he talks about that. He talks about what occurred with Candy. If you want to hear the interview, I encourage you guys to watch it. I'll put the link to this episode here. But you can watch the whole 4-part interview. It's really, 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 really good. But okay. I didn't know that. You love girl. Carlos is a friend of the show. If you guys didn't already know, we have a TV network here called the Nosy Bystanders, and we have a bunch of shows on our network where we all kinds of stuff, cooking shows. A Minute with Millie Chun is where she sits down and talks to celebrities from your favorite shows. You know, those love and marriage shows, Love and Marriage Huntsville, all that other, all that stuff y'all watch. I don't know what y'all be watching. Y'all know what y'all be watching. I just produce this stuff. I don't actually I don't actually be knowing nothing. But if you do like those type of shows, hold on one second. Millie Chun has another interview coming up in 5 days with somebody by the name of Ashley Brittany Silva. And I'll put the link here. You can register for the show. I think it's a free show. And you can sit down and talk with this woman from Love and Marriage DC. It's going to be a really, really, really great interview. So yeah, Chris Brown. Oh, that's another story, honey. That's another story. I don't even know what to think. But here's my whole synopsis, and let me just wrap it up for you guys. Okay, I think that Chris Brown was upset because he got pushed out of a deal today. I don't know what the deal entails, but it was something big. That message that he posted on all over his Instagram story today, it was not for us. It was for someone else. I think it was directed toward the producers for sure. So he definitely wasn't talking to us. That message was not for us. That message was for the industry. So in the coming weeks, we're going to figure out what deal that Chris Brown got weaseled out of. But tomorrow is Saturday. Happy Saturday. We're going to be talking about Drea McCray. If you guys don't know, Drea McCray is the woman who was embroiled in a large, lengthy, scandalous story over the summer where her husband, Von McCray, was in a coma, and people were assuming that she was trying to take his life, giving him these weird, multivitamin supplements that caused him, and was accusing her of attempting to commit suicide. So she's come back to the internet, and we're going to be reviewing her live streams that she posted on Facebook. Honey, they're supposed to be good and juicy. So we'll be back tomorrow here at the Nosy Bystanders Live. More than likely, it's Saturday, so I want to get early so y'all have the whole night to just do what y'all want to do. So we'll probably be doing that show around 4 o'clock tomorrow. So 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. So 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And don't worry, I'm going to post the scheduled live in YouTube and on Facebook so you guys can get ready and register to watch it. So we'll be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern here at the Nosy Bystanders Live. I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. You guys, please, 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 please smash the like button on your way out. Don't be ignorant. Don't be my cousins on my daddy's side. Okay, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Okay, see you then. All right, bye-bye.